Hello and welcome to Piano Bootcamp with me, Woody. How are you getting on with your major triads then? Well, today I just want to go over and explore something that I briefly mentioned in the previous bootcamp episode. So come in a bit closer, camera boy, and let me explain. What I did last time when we were just practicing the triads, I encouraged you to play them going up in fourths or fifths like this. So if we start down here, there's our C triad. If we go up a fifth, and we play the G triad, D, A, E, B, and so on. Or going up in fourths like this. And today I want to share with you why I think that is quite a good technique when you're practicing anything, not just your triads, but your scales, or any kind of chords or inversions or chord progressions. So let's do that now. Okay, I did a video all about intervals. It's on my channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description if I remember, or pin a comment. So it's really important to understand your thirds, fourths, fifths, minor thirds, and so on. But today's episode, we're going to focus on the intervals of a fourth and a fifth. The fourth then is here. It's the four notes of the major scale. 2, 3, 4. That's your fourth, and this is your fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arguably the two most important intervals in pop music, and I'll explain why in just a second. And one thing I want you to realise, this is a bit of a mind twister, but if we go from the C to the F, that's a fourth. I just told you that. We can also go to the F below. And you can probably see that's a bigger interval when we go down to the F than it is to go up to the F. This is a fourth, but when we go down, that's actually a fifth. So the fourth and the fifths are closely related. We can get to the F by going up a fourth or going down a fifth. Okay, so keep that in mind, but it is a little bit of a mind twist to get used to that concept, but that's really important, and that's something that we'll go into a little bit more right now. Okay, so why do I want you to practice your chords going up in fourths and fifths? Let me explain if you come in a bit closer then. Thanks, camera boy. So if we go from the C to the F, for example, that's a very, very common chord progression in pop music. If I play something here, that's called a cadence. That's a common cadence. That's the amen sound. If I use an inversion now, which is something we'll cover later, that's C to the F to the C. That's a 1 to the 4 and back to the 1 progression, which is extremely common in pop music. Let me demonstrate something else. If we take this here then, and we go up a fourth, we get the F, we go up a fourth again, we get the B flat. So I've got C, F, B flat. Okay, that's the fourths apart. If we take this C and put it at the top, we now have the chords for the blues. F, going up a fourth, back down to the F, down a fourth, up to the C, that's a jump of a fifth. So these jumps going up in fourths or fifths or jumping down in fourths are really, really commonly used in pop music and classical music for that matter. One other thing to mention, if we go from the G down to the C, so we're going down by a fifth. If I elaborate a little bit on this one, you might recognize that as a very common chord progression as well. That's a 5 to the 1. Okay, in summary then, you're not only learning the triads, but you're also learning some very common movements between the different chords, and that's a really good skill to get under your belt and get comfortable with these chord progressions. So a quick little tip here if you're new to this and just getting started. When you want to go up in fifths, just play the next chord which you have on the top of the triad. So we'll start again here. Okay, and now we'll start there. And so on. And if you keep doing that, you'll eventually get back to where you started. And if you want to go up in fourths, if we move down here a bit, just walk down by 2 semitones. We're nearly back. And there we're back on C. I'm sure some of you have realised that what we're actually talking about here is commonly known as the circle of fourths and the circle of fifths, and we'll come back to this really important topic in future videos. So if you did like this, and if you want more in-depth explanations and piano lessons, then you might want to check out my piano inspiration series, which is completely free if you use my link down on Skillshare. It's about 6 hours of piano lessons. Otherwise, I'll be very happy to see you again next time for the next bootcamp lessons, and good luck practicing your major triads, walking through the circle of fifths. I'll see you next time. Cheerio.